What's quaking, people? Character Quake here, and today I'm going to be ranting about Zack Snyder's Justice League.
So if you want to support the channel, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell for more otaku and nerd culture content.
So for those of you who don't know, Justice League was a movie released in 2017 by Warner Brothers that was originally created by Zack Snyder and Chris Terrio as a continuation to their 2016 Batman v Superman film, which built off of the world established in Snyder's 2013 Man of Steel film. So basically, this was supposed to be the launch of a DC Comics cinematic universe that would rival the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Unfortunately, during the production of the film, tragedy struck Snyder's family in the form of his daughter's death, resulting in him stepping away from the film's production. Warner Brothers, who were apparently not happy with the original cut of the film, brought in Avengers writer and director and complete dirtbag Joss Whedon and spent about $25 million in reshoots. I mean, Whedon made Marvel stupid rich, surely he could do it for Warner Brothers as well, right? What resulted was a passable, yet tonally disjointed film full of underdeveloped characters and a poorly established plot. It felt akin to 2016's Suicide Squad, which had a shiny enough paint job to keep your attention, but had barely motivated characters and a plot that seemed as confused as the audience was. Warner Brothers' fast-tracked attempt at emulating Marvel Studios' success is like watching someone desperately trying to cook along to a cooking show while flailing about their kitchen in a panic. Marvel didn't just capture lightning in a bottle. They reverse-engineered that lightning and have been mass-producing it for over 10 years. And nothing has solidified my belief that Warner Brothers has been shooting themselves in the foot this whole time more than watching Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League that was released this year on HBO Max. I have never been so equally and simultaneously excited and depressed while watching a film in my life. Warning, there will be spoilers for the Snyder cut of Justice League from here on out. I want to preface this rant by saying this is not a different film from the theatrical release, but it's a different film though. The plot and the story points of this film were exactly the same as the theatrical release. The difference lies in the execution. Let's start with the opening. The theatrical release opened with the world mourning the death of Superman. This was powerful and definitely a significant story point for the film. But Snyder's film opens with the actual death of Superman and his dying screams tolling out and reverberating around the world. At the same time, the three mother boxes around the world awaken and call out to their master. It's explained later on in the film that it was the death of Superman, Earth's protector, that caused the boxes to awaken. This builds upon Lex Luthor's warning in the previous film that, quote, "The dinner bell is rung. Now that he's gone, people are going to come calling." This creates a driving through line in these films while establishing organic causation of the inciting incident of the plot. In the same spirit, the film takes more time to flesh out and establish the story, explaining what the mother boxes are, what they do, and where they came from. The villain Steppenwolf is actually given motivation and a three-dimensional character. And this in turn fleshes out Apocalypse and Darkseid and establishes a larger universe without sacrificing the story. Practically every character in this film is fleshed out better, but I think the greatest example, and in turn the greatest disappointment when comparing it to the official release, is in Ray Fisher's character Victor Stone, aka Cyborg. Snyder's cut not only gives Cyborg a more three-dimensional character and a powerful character arc, but it makes him in many ways the beating heart of the film. Victor is established as being a caring and kind-hearted character, as shown in a flashback where he hacks into his college's database and changes a friend's grades who has been struggling due to a family tragedy. Victor's character and heart are further explored when, using his cyborg abilities, he notices a waitress and single mother failing to make ends meet and adds $100,000 to her bank account. These instances establish Victor's heart, and then the accident that kills his mother and turns him into what he sees as a monster establishes the darkness that plagues him. This and the well-developed arc of his relationship not only with his father, but with himself, makes him ironically the most organic character in this film. None of that was in the theatrical release. Let's fast forward now to the third act of the film, the climactic battle with Steppenwolf and the Parademon forces. The theatrical release basically had the team taking out Parademons and struggling with Steppenwolf until Superman showed up and saved the day. This is essentially what happens in the Snyder version as well, but every character actually feels like they matter in the fight. Batman gets them in and then works on Parademon suppression. Wonder Woman and Aquaman are keeping Steppenwolf on his toes and away from Cyborg, who is merging with the mother boxes, while the Flash is running circles around the area, trying to build up enough energy to supercharge Cyborg enough to separate the boxes and stop the Unity. They all have a role. They're all important. Yes, Superman does show up and make Steppenwolf look stupid, but he doesn't save the day. The Flash gets shot by a parademon and loses all the energy he was building up, leaving Cyborg without the energy to stop the Unity, and then boom. They lose. The Unity happens. Our heroes, Superman included, are disintegrated, and the Flash has to pull himself together and run so fast that he reverses time, charges Cyborg, and then with Superman's help, they pull the boxes apart and stop the Unity. Superman doesn't save the day, the Flash does. World-ending crisis evaded. Well, not evaded, but undone. The Justice League basically takes Steppenwolf out together, sending his head back to Darkseid through a boom tube, courtesy of Wonder Woman. No, this film isn't perfect. There is a bit of that Peter Jackson style of everything I shoot is gold complex that you get from the special editions of the Lord of the Rings films, but this film is so much better and more organic than the film we were given in 2017 that fans should be infuriated with Warner Brothers. But Victor, the Snyder Cut is 4 hours long. He had all that extra time to establish and flesh out the characters and plots. You can't have a 4 hour long film. Yes, the film is 4 hours long. But it's 4 hours long, including a fair amount of extended and self-indulgent scenes, including that Martian Manhunter shoe-in cameo. Not to mention the Batman Nightmare sequence epilogue with the Joker in that Injustice-esque future timeline. Many successful blockbuster films clocked in at over 3 hours long. Editing a half hour to an hour out of this film would be extremely possible without sacrificing its integrity. The fan servicey stuff like the Martian Manhunter scene and the post-apocalyptic scene with the Joker were clearly additions to the film to establish the vision Snyder had for the future of the franchise, since this is his only chance to show us what he had planned. I truly believe that had Warner Brothers trusted Snyder's vision, that film would have broken $1 billion without a sweat and created a much-needed tailwind for the DCEU. Warner Brothers essentially spent an extra $25 million on this film in order to lose billions. If Warner Brothers has any sense, they will heed the feedback to Zack Snyder's Justice League and do everything in their power to get Zack back and continue with his vision. But don't count on it, Batman. Let me know what you thought of Zack Snyder's Justice League in the comment section below. Does knowing what could have been only make it sting worse? Let me know what you think. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe if you feel so inclined. Follow me on all the social medias, the links are down in the description below. Join my new Discord server, that link's in the description below as well. Come hang out and chat with me. Until next time, guys, I've been Count Richard Quake, and I hope you